and good morning. Welcome back to Budget Beauty. I am Lindsay Beatty. I am the creative force and the face behind Budget Beauty. And this is our main series where we do a weekly episode, some sort of sit down chit chat, and I do makeup. Where I just do a look with kind of a theme where I decide whatever theme ahead of time. And I'm like, I think I want to do this color today. So here we are. This is our second season. We are well into our second season now. Where I just do my makeup on a Saturday morning. I do not have an event to go to today. I don't have any events this weekend, so I am just doing my makeup to do my makeup. So it's a standard episode. It's not anything like super special. So let's get started. As you can see, I'm wearing pink. I actually have my natural hair out. Kind of have it out in a little bun. I found this headband. It's one of those that like it's got teeth on it and it like surrounds the hair, and then you like clip it together in the back. You put it together in the back. And so this was perfect because it kind of pushes my hair and it pulls it up into a bun, basically. I don't know. I just discovered I had it in my little box in my bathroom, and I was like, oh, I guess I'll use that. That's surprising. I was looking for something else, and I was like, oh, but that's perfect. That's what I want. And then I have this flower. I had to fix it because the little thing that holds the clip that you clip into your hair kind of came out. So I was like, that's kind of, it broke. So I was like, so I had to fix it. So yes, so the theme today is, I thought I'd already thought of the title of the episode, because y'all know I name my titles. I tend to name my episode titles. This will be Dusty Rhodes Hard Times. Listen, Dusty Rhodes cut a promo. For those of you who are uninitiated, I used to watch professional wrestling. And when I was little too, especially when I was little, like I loved it because my brother loved it. And so I was like, oh, yay, professional wrestling. So whatever Big Brother loved, I loved too. That had consequences much later down the road that I was not anticipating, but whatever. Anyway, and so I used to love Ric Flair. Okay. Now, being from South Carolina, we claim Ric Flair even though North Carolina claims him. He lives in like Charlotte, but South Carolina claims him too. So I did attend the University of South Carolina at Columbia, which for one of my degrees, and our entrance theme for the University of South Carolina Gamecocks is what is commonly referred to as 2001. That is not the name. That is not the actual name. But it's most prominently displayed in 2001 Space Odyssey, which is why we call it 2001. But everybody knows what it is. We know what's coming. So, anyway, all of this is to say that I was a huge Ric Flair fan, but I also liked Dusty Rhodes. Dusty Rhodes was interesting. He was a very interesting man. And so Ric Flair and Dusty Rhodes were rivals. And so Dusty Rhodes was your average, they billed him as your average, hard-working, blue-collar man who just happened to be into wrestling. And then Ric Flair was billed as your rich, jet-sitting, as he likes to tell you, jet plane riding, double dealing son of a gun. But he was the rich boy, pretty rich boy. And so that was how they were billed. And so Dusty Rhodes in his all his glory cuts this promo back in the day. Some little bit of wrestling jargon for you. He cuts this promo where they give him a microphone and he talks. Now, he was a good talker on the microphone, okay? And that was the thing. You had to be able to sell yourself as a wrestler, okay? And if you watch professional wrestling now, that is a major part of it. You got to be able to get on the mic and cut a promo. Now, this new generation, some of them, they leave a lot to be desired. I don't really keep up with professional wrestling now. My husband watches it from time to time, and I'm just like, who are these people? Like, I have no idea who any of these people are. It's a couple of later generation, multi-generation folks that I'm like, oh, okay, they're related to whoever. So I kind of sort of half know who some of these people are, but I still have to more often than I ask, who are these people? So anyway, Dusty Rhodes was a master of cutting a promo. Ric Flair too, but they did a lot of jibber jabbering back and forth until they actually met up with each other. So in the ring, so Dusty Rhodes cuts this promo, and they let him go off. So he cut what is called the Hard Times promo. And I'm like, bro, he talked about hard times. He talked about how folks was on hard times while Ric Flair was out here flaunting his wealth. And I was like, that's a hell of a promo, though. So it is legendary. It is quite legendary. He had people like invested in him. So that is why I say the art of cutting a promo is not what it used to be. There's still some old school folks who know how to get on the mic and talk and, sell the match. That's the whole point. You're selling the match. You're upselling yourself. You're selling your opponent as being, this fearsome person who's worthy of your respect, and y'all gonna meet up in the ring and you're gonna settle your differences. That's literally the whole point of wrestling here. And it's to provide entertainment. That's why it's World Wrestling Entertainment. So, yeah, it's a whole thing. Anyway, I was, I grew to respect Dusty Rhodes. I liked him a lot. He was interesting. His sons are in it still. Dustin was in the WWE as Goldust. And then Cody Rhodes, of course, is in WWE. So, yeah, he's the American Nightmare, and Dusty Rhodes was the American Dream. So, yeah, I kind of sort of keep up with it. But anyway, I was reminded of this because I saw the majority of the things I plan to use today in today's look is their Dusty Rhodes. And so, my mind immediately went to pun, and the copy editor was like, oh, how could I make this a pun headline? So, no, I haven't been a copy editor, and I'm talking about like for a living where I put food on the table with it, in probably 12 years. 12. So, yeah, I don't need to use puns too much. In my side project, yes, where I'm still a copy editor, yes, but not in every day. So when it popped into my mind, I was like, ooh, we should do Dusty Rhodes Hard Times. So that will be the title, probably. So anyway, yes, the theme today is going to be some Dusty Rhodes, some pink. So that's why I'm all pinked up here. So let's actually get started. So I have on my rings, and I need to take off my rings. My little coffin ring is holding up. I actually really like this ring. It's very cute. So there's that. And then I have my wedding bands. So I'm going to take those off so I can get things going with my hands. I'll put them in my little impressions vanity thing here. All right, so primer for my face. Oh, yeah. Okay, so I said I was going to use primer. Use this crazy primer. All right, so I got this Morph Continuous Prep and Set Mist Plus. This is, so apparently, and I've used this before, it says you can prep and set skin while supercharging your complexion with skin-loving ingredients. Now, I bought this a while ago, and we talked about this in a beauty haul. But what you can do with this is you can do this. It says, close eyes and apply the mist all over your face before and after makeup application. So you can use this as a setting spray and as a primer. So we're gonna do this. We're gonna use this as a primer today. So I had to also fix the spray thing here because it no wanted to stay on, and I was like I just kept looking at it like, why are you not staying on? So all right. Also too, you guys, you can see my gray. This is why most of the time I'm wearing a wig, so you don't see my gray. You don't actually see my actual hair, but I have a lot of gray around the edges. So my edges, and I have random streaks because there's a random streak. There's on the edge here, but also a random streak back up here. And there's a lot of random streaks like within here. It's not like close together either, so it's just random, but it's very much obvious on my edges. So you can see very close around the edges. So, yeah, while I do this, I'll talk about my hair. All right, I'm going to spray this. This isn't bad. It's just, takes a second to get used to. All right, so I'm going to spray this on. Okay. It's pleasant smell. Doesn't smell like hairspray or anything. It's very, and it's a fine mist. It's a different mist than say this. That's a fine mist. So as you can see, my face is a little shinier. It doesn't say anything about massaging it in, but we're gonna, because otherwise it just kind of sits there, I guess. But yeah, it's a really fine mist. Now, as a setting spray, it's fine. It's okay. But this is, so my face feels very tacky right now. And I don't know how that did down here on my chin, but because my chin doesn't feel as tacky as say this. So let me do one more spray here because I feel like that didn't get on my chin. Okay. So I mean, it's okay. It's okay. And I probably actually I'm gonna use this as my setting spray at the end too. Just because. All right. So yeah, now my chin is very it's kind of tacky too, like the rest of my face. Now it has softened. Now once it started to dry, the tacky feeling has gone away, and it's really soft. So yeah, that's setting spray. Setting spray used before. Now that's a trick you can do. I have seen folks talk about it, where you can do that and do your that's a way to make the makeup adhere a little bit better. I've seen people talk about doing a two-step like that, where you use setting spray in between your layers of makeup, and I'm like, okay, that's interesting. I'm so used to just doing it at the end that yeah, I'm like, okay, that's interesting. So all right, we need to do some eyeshadow primer because we're gonna do our eyes first here. Let's see what we got. So what I'm also planning to do here while I do this, as I'm doing this, this is what we're going to do for the eye is, for the eyeshadow primer, we're going to use the Party Proof Eye Primer from ColourPop. This is the translucent shade. So what I'm planning to do today, because I have multiple makeup things to do, I am not going to wear mascara in this main episode, because what I'm going to have to do here is I'm going to also be filming Buying and Trying today. And so because I'm doing multiple, I don't want to put on, and I'm planning to use mascara in that, I would like to not have to take off mascara twice. So I am not going to, because what I'm going to have to do here is I'm putting this makeup on here for this episode, then I'm going to take this off, and then put on, we're going to do Vine and Trine. So you will see the same color. It will be filmed the same day. You will see the same color, basically. Because it turns out that the stuff that I bought is mostly like a rose color. So it's kind of like this Dusty Rose, Dusty Pink. So that's why I'm like, okay, well, it makes sense to just go ahead and do two of the same and be done with it. Let's be a little efficient here. So I also plan to wash my hair today, and I bought a new curling iron, as I detailed in the beauty haul. So I'm going to be using that today because I want to see how this is going to work. It is the world's most expensive curling iron, or at least for me. It is an extremely expensive curling iron. I'm like, this better work. So, yeah, we'll see. We'll see about that. I'll keep my receipt because if I got to return it, I got to return it. I actually went in a Sally Beauty store for the first time in like 20 years. I haven't been in Sally Beauty since the early 2000s. Mostly because I stopped wearing makeup there for a while. And so I didn't go in Sally. And I used to go in Sally to buy my nail polish a lot. Because I use Sally Hansen nail polish. And I have a bunch of it, not in here, but in my, I'm old school, in my caboodle. If you guys remember the first episode of the Budget Beauty main series, I had my caboodle and I was using it to keep my makeup in for a brief second. But yeah, I kept that caboodle. I've had that caboodle since I was 8 years old. I got it for Christmas from one of my aunts. And yeah, I'll be 45 this year, so I've had it, math, 37 years. Still works, still holds a lot of stuff. It's very good for my nail polish, my nail polish collection. So yeah, that's why I kept it. I used it for years for other stuff, and then I was like, you know what? Nail polish would be perfect to keep in here. And that's what I did. That's what I kept it for. So, all right. While we're waiting for this to dry, we've already got the face dried. This does not take long either, so the color pop does not take long. As a matter of fact, it's dry. That was quick. This eye is already dry, I knew that. But this one also, y'all saw me just sit here and put this on, and it's actually super dry. Alright, so we can actually do eye stuff first. Alright, so for the eye, I was trying to decide how I wanted to do my crease cut, because I don't want to use necessarily, I don't have a deep pink eyeliner. I have pink lip liner, but not eyeliner. And I need to rectify that, I suppose. Alright, so we are going to brush these eyebrows, so let's give it a few more seconds here. I am going to brush my eyebrows while I'm sitting here. So yeah, I did a bunch in the beauty haul yesterday, and I was like, I should probably do the same thing. So I am gonna do my hair, and I am going to curl it, straighten it, and curl it again. It's semi-straight right now. Let's call it that. It's not entirely 100% straight because it's never going to be. My hair is too thick and too coarse for that. I'd have to get a professional like silk press. And your girl is not doing that at the house because she don't necessarily, I mean, I kind of know what I'm doing, but not enough for it to be a professional level. So I'm an amateur at best. So I haven't, I've never had it done professionally either. So as a silk press. So, I haven't, I bought some things, and I'm like, okay, well, I'll try it. See how this is going to work. Straighten up these eyebrows a little bit. They're real pretty once they're combed down, and I have a great great eyebrow hair here, and right here, and I'm trying to see if I have it in the other one just yet. A real tiny one right there. But my eyebrows are trying to turn gray also. There's a couple over here too, little strands over here. Yeah, my eyebrows are trying to turn gray. My eyelashes are too. Right now, this is from the primer, but I do actually have some gray eyelashes. I'm very, very slowly going gray. It's very slow. My husband, on the other hand, immediately salt and pepper when he hit 30. I know because I was there when he had black hair, and then like boom, it was just gray all of a sudden when he hit 30, and I'm like, how? Like, why is it like that? And he's like, I don't know. Then we found out his parents both grayed early, and most of his family tends to gray early. So on his dad's side, so I was like, that explains why. uh, so there's a cousin on the dad's side. I am just cutting my crease here. There's a cousin on his dad's side that he looks exactly alike, who also grayed early. So, and they look very, very, very much alike. So, so that black isn't too bad. It's not too bad. My little cut crease be wonky over here because I can't draw the line straight. I mean, I don't really care because it's just me, and I don't care. But it does. I do notice it. I'm like, we couldn't draw that straight like we were supposed to. No, we couldn't. All right, so for the eyeshadow, we're going to use the Sweet Pinks by Juvia's Place. This is a palette. It has 6 shades in it. And the reason why I know it has 6 shades is because on the back, it says 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 are not intended for use around the immediate eye area. And I'm like, God damn. So this is basically like supposed to be a blush palette, basically. But I don't use it as a blush palette. I don't. So I use it because it's got a couple of shimmer shades. It's got three matte shades and 3 shimmers. Oh crap, I dropped the thing. But so as you can see, the shimmers are gorgeous too, and it's highly pigmented. Yeah, I'm so bad about that. So what we're going to do is I'm going to use this on my eye, and I'm going to use this one. Now, I tend to not get heavy-handed and get this all in my eyeball and all of that. I don't. So, yeah, I'm not that super concerned. I'm trying to find where that little thing fell. Of course it did. It fell out of reach. Because I like to put I keep the plastic cover on top of my shades. Because I like for that not to dry out, and I also like for it not to get everywhere. So, all right, we're going to use this one. I looked at this last night. We're going to use this one to do my eye makeup today. But yeah, this is supposed to be like blush, I guess. This is a pressed powder, and they really are like, I guess this is blush. It's kind of annoying. It's kind of, it reminds me of that NYX I Know That's Bright palette with the bunch that were not, and they didn't really tell you. You had to look real hard at the fine print to figure that out, and I was like, NYX, you could have told me that before I spent $20 on this. Y'all are wrong for that. But anyway, all right. So we're going to go ahead and start applying eyeshadow. That is very, very pretty. That is super pretty. I probably should have put a thing on underneath this. Probably. It's fine. I was thinking about maybe putting a matte on underneath this, but it's fine. I don't really need the matte. So what I'm planning to do here is I'm going to put this makeup on and then let it sit for a minute, and then we're going to take it off so that I can do the next look, which will not be using the same pink, or at least this same exact pink I will be using something else. Probably. I just haven't used this palette in a really long time, so. I bought this ages ago, like probably about 2-3 years ago at this point. Somewhere in 2024 maybe, so 2 years ago. That's really pretty. I do like how that turned out. We're gonna have to fix the crease over here in the corner, but this is really, really pretty. And it is a dusty color. But no, I'm not trying to take off mascara twice. And so I am not going to take off mascara twice. I'm going to only have to take it off once. And I need to take off my makeup in order to wash my hair, because you're going to have all this running down in your face. You really don't want all that. So I need my face clean before or at least clear of makeup. Let me put it that way. It ain't going to be clean. I'm going to do my deep cleanse after I do all of this. Probably I'll do the full deep cleanse tomorrow. I'll do some lazy skincare today. But, and do the full like deep cleanse and scrub and exfoliate. Probably tomorrow. So, as you can see, that is the eyeshadow. That actually turned out really pretty. It is a gorgeous dusty color. This actually probably should have been what I used to do for my sister-in-law's wedding. Because this would have matched my dress perfectly. My dress was really like a purple, like a deep purple. So, more of a Dusty Rose purple. This is more of like a Dusty Rose pink. Alright, so we have fixed that. I don't want a super crazy black outline, but that is thicker than normal, so that's fine. Alright, so I'm okay with that. That actually looks really good. And that is literally all we're going to do with these here eyes in terms of like eyeshadow and all of that. That's all I'm doing. I will come back and do an under eye later, but for right now we'll come back and do that, because I like to do my face and then put that under eye on, because otherwise I cover it up. So now, all right, for the face, we are trying a new product, and I was gonna use this in the buying and trying, but there's another one that I want to use in buying and trying. So we're going to try it here. We're actually going to do we're going to sneak a little bit of buying and trying in here. So this is the Neutrogena Matte CC Cream. It's a foundation. They do not call this foundation for whatever reason. They don't call it foundation. This is in the shade Amber 8.0. Now, I'm scared this might be a little bit too light. But this is it's a full coverage matte color correcting cream. Why not just call it foundation? Because that's what it is. So, I'm going to try this. But I love Neutrogena stuff. So, I use their skincare. All of their skincare. So, I put on Hydro Boost last night. And used some of their toner. So, yeah. I use their toner. And I've always used their toner. Alright, so I'm putting this on the Real Techniques palette here. I'm hoping this color is going to be fine. Please be okay. Alright. You don't need a whole ton. Probably like 2 dots. Alright. I think that color is going to be fine. It might be just a tad too light, but I think the color is going to be all right. This is supposed to be for people who have problems with acne too. Which your girl has problems with acne. All the time. Well, not really. I have to be very careful, pay attention to when I have breakouts looking like they fixing to form, handle it, and then go on about my business. So, also too, let's go ahead and do this, because we're also, This is also new, and I wanted to try this because we're trying their foundation. This is the Healthy Skin Radiant Cream Concealer. I learned my lesson about how to read the name of this. So this is Neutrogena also. So let's go ahead and apply this under the eye. This is I bought this 2 shades lighter so that it would be, I could do for under the eye brightening. So let's see. It's probably going to be fine because I tend to be very, this is going to match my under eye, what I use for my under eye all the time. So it looks very close. I'm getting better at being able to do color matching just on the fly. Like I can sit there and look at it and go, okay, yeah, that's either too light or too dark. And I'm generally pretty close. So, and as you can see, that is why I try not to do I don't do my under eye until much later in the process here. All right, so we've got that on. So yeah, that looks about right. That looks like that's going to be a really nice under eye brightener. All right, so now I am just applying this foundation. Ooh, this might be really light. No matter, I can darken it down. There are ways to do that. But your girl, I can immediately tell this might be a little too light. It's brown. It's very close. So when I went in, because I got this out of Walgreens. When I went in my Walgreens, they had every shade, and I was looking at the shades. I was like, you got every shade, but exactly the one I need. So I had to pick around it. And that's what makes me think I picked a little, maybe one shade too light. I probably should have bought the darker shade of the two. But this is fine. Like I say, I have ways to get around it being too light or too dark. There's always a way to fix that. But maybe this will surprise me and I'll be like, hey, no, this works. Also, my skin looks a little darker in this lighting, so. The true test is when I go to work and have LED lights in there. And it'll let you know real fast. Yeah, that's not the right color. Or, oh, you did pretty good. With getting what you need in terms of color, getting that right. All right. So I've gotten this on here. This is actually a really good, perfect amount. Because I feel like I can cover my face real well. All right. So now let me buff her out. So this is the Morph M103 angled foundation brush. Oh, that's too light. Good gracious, that's entirely too light. That's a little light. It's a little light. It's a little light. So I know how to fix this. I do have some some setting powder that will darken this down. Ooh, buddy. This is definitely entirely too light. So I know that now. Now it's blending well. I don't have a problem with the blending. The blending, as you can see, the blending's pretty decent. So this is going to look a little crazy for a minute until I can get that setting powder on. So definitely can't use translucent powder with this. Yeah, I'm this is definitely not the right shade for me. This is very, very off base. I need this to be probably about 2 shades darker. Probably minimum 2 shades darker. But as you can see, it is pretty great coverage. They said full coverage, and it is full coverage. I will give them that. It is, and it blends very well. I'm very impressed with the blending and the coverage here. So I'll probably buy this again. probably to get the right shade so that I can actually use it. But yeah, I would buy this again because that's pretty good. I mean, that's great coverage. It's covered these spots over here and that spot over there. So yeah, that's very good coverage. It's just your girl did not pick the right color. Like I say, based on what I had, it was not the right. This was not the right one. This was not the right choice to make here. All right, so reaching in the kit to get the under eye concealer. This is the Morph M132. All right, so let's see what this concealer gonna look like. Now the concealer is perfect. That's perfect. It also kind of matches this, but that's actually perfect because you want this to be brightening under the eye. So yeah, that's actually not. That's actually exactly what I need. So in terms of concealer, this is perfect color. It also blends perfectly with this. So, okay. So concealer is a great face color is not great, but like I say, this is good coverage, blends well, and that's what you really want when you're out here trying to identify if this is a foundation you would want to use. This is that's not bad. But yes, I am extremely light bright. I look ashen. Like I am super ashy and did not put any type of lotion on my skin ever. All right, so yeah, Neutrogena, you're going in the kit for this concealer. Concealer's great. And that concealer blended well, even though it had been just sitting there for a minute. So yeah, I like that. That's going in. All right, so what I need to do now, we're going to apply the rest of our cream products, and then we're going to set with some powder. Okay, so I did want to try this color. This is a Dusty Rhodes. This is the ColourPop Weightless Liquid Blush. This is in the shade She's Cute. So I want to try this. Let's see, I have the other ones, of course. I have at least three, because I have three, and then I have the highlighter. So let's do that, and then I like the little doe foot applicator. Okay. Now this one, you got to be careful and pay attention. Let's do, I need my liquid blush brush. Okay. All right, so this is the M204, and we're going to pat her out. Well, it's not terrible. It's actually a really nice, pretty pink shade, as y'all can see. It's a really nice pink shade. It's really pretty. Let's bring this down if we're going to do it like that on the other side. Okay. Okay. Blush is on. Well, it's not bad. All right. I actually really like that shade. That's really pretty. It's not too much. It's really actually super pretty. All right. So now I'm not doing contour today. So then I need to set it now. All right. So because we determined this is entirely too light, we're going to use this bad boy right here to darken it down. This is the Makeup Revolution Deep Dark Baking Powder. It will darken. It is, because when I bought this, I was like, ooh, this is too dark. When I do a shade that's my actual correct shade, this is too dark. So you can use this to darken it down. Now, I maybe could have used Juvia's Place, but Juvia's Place tends to keep the color. It's like a neutral. It matches my skin tone pretty well. So it's going to keep whatever color you have. So I don't want to keep this. I want to darken it. So that's what we're going to do. So I need to get a little tin. I need to get my Bath and Body Works tin out of here. Also too, I used the powder foundation, and it worked out. It was the right color. I was like, oh, okay. Yeah, that's the right color. All right, so putting a little bit in here. We don't need a lot. We really don't need a lot. All right, so I need my little triangle square. Let's see where I put this. I bought another one of these so that I can do my powder foundation. So, all right, here we go. Let's take a little bit of the excess off of there. I am distributing in my hand, and now we're gonna start doing. And as you can see, immediately darkens it down to what should be my correct shade. So now my face looks semi-normal. So once I realized that, and there was a little bit of theory behind this, I was like, oh, okay, all right. Because I frequently, like I say, I'm getting better at the color match, but it takes practice. You gotta develop an eye for it, I guess. And so teaching myself how to color match here is hard. It's hard. And so sometimes I get it right and sometimes I don't. But in addition to setting this makeup, we are going to darken this down. And that was the perfect idea to do that. I gotta get that under eye, definitely. I mean, that was perfect. That actually solved my problem immediately and brought that color right back down to where it should be. This is my actual shade. So, with foundation on, look at that. I'm a smart bear. Actually, also, too, I just watch people do this. I watch people do this sort of thing if they get the wrong color or something. They generally, the people that I watch, generally talk about that. So, yes, see now, normal. That looks pretty good. And my blush is kind of still there, kind of, a little bit. Not a whole lot, but it's fine. Because we're going to use powder blush anyway. I usually have to put on some type of powder blush after I do. I tend to do both because once I set it with powder, it needs to be if I'm going to wear blush, I need to put it back. So all right, so let me do a little bit extra over here on the sides where I was putting makeup. Okay. All right. Yeah, I like that. I like that foundation. If I can get it in the right color, that'd be great. But yeah, that foundation is good. Okay, Neutrogena, I'm impressed, and it's very lightweight. It's lightweight. Like I don't even with me having put that on. Once I put that on, it didn't feel like I had anything on my face whatsoever. And then even with me doing this, with powdering it down, I still don't feel like I have anything on my face, which is also a testament to that powder. But I don't feel like I have anything on my face at all. It doesn't feel like heavy or anything. So yeah, it was lightweight. It's very lightweight, but it is full coverage. And I'm very pleased with that. Very pleased with that concealer too. Very pleased. So, all right. Now, let's talk about this powder blush. This is a new powder blush for me. This is the Maybelline Fit Me in the shade Rose. And so this is, I love, y'all know how much I love Maybelline. And so I saw it and I was like, oh, I'll try it because Maybelline. Gotta love it. So I was like, okay. So this shade, I think this shade is going to be really pretty and go with this really well. So let's go. See what she do. Okay. It's very lightweight and subtle. As you can see it right there. Y'all can see that because I can see it. So if I can see it on camera, you can too. All right. So then we're going to do this side. And see, it's showing up. It's very subtle though. But it's really, really nice, subtle, pretty pink. If you can see it in color, if you can see it up close, like in person, it's very, very pretty. Okay. I might add a little bit more over here. Like I say, it's very subtle, so it's buildable. So I could add more and it not be crazy looking. But yeah, that's pretty. I like that. Okay. All right. That'll go into the kit with the rest of my blush. Okay. Let's do that under eye. So I'm going to take the same black pencil from earlier, Mr. Soft Pencil Jr., and do the under eye. Okay. And then we're going to do the other under eye. Perfect. Okay. So, so I know too that we have some things coming up. We are going to be doing, we're going to do a date night doll up coming up. So that's going to be great. So I don't know what color I'm going to wear. I have to think about that. So now for the lips, because we're at the lips. This is the 8-hour Essence 8-hour matte comfort lip liner. I got a new lipstick and I want to try this. So this is pink. It's in the shade Blush, if I'm not mistaken. I have to find the color on here real quick. It says it. I know it says it. Because I was like, how would you know what the name of it is? And it don't tell you. That also says it's got a sharpener. Yeah, I knew that. All right. It didn't. It tells. Oh, it's on the lid. My bad. It's pink blush. All right. So let's line these lips. I really like this lip liner. It's good. The brown perfectly matches my face. So the area around my lips, the brown matches it perfectly. And I'm like, this is like I'm not wearing lip liner. All right. We're not going to make this mistake again, y'all. This is a new lipstick. This is the L'Oreal Paris Matte Resistant Liquid Lipstick. When I tell y'all I kept trying to call it Revlon yesterday when I was talking about it in the beauty haul, because there's a big giant R here at the top. There's a big old R here on the bottle, here on the tube. And I'm like, I want to call this Revlon so bad, but I have Revlon lipsticks. I also have other of these L'Oreal. And you would swear up and down that this was Revlon. It's not. It's L'Oreal. All right, so this is a new one, a new shade for me. This is number 210 Tropical Vacay. So that's why I wanted to try this, because I wanted to put this with this and see how this is going to work. What this color is looking like on my lips. All right, so here goes. I'm excited. Here goes. Ooh. Okay. Huh. This is really pretty. And it matches with this perfectly. And I like this little combo. Okay. Mm. Okay. That is a nice subtle pink. That is a really nice subtle pink. For me. it's very nice and subtle. I really like that. That's pretty good. I like that. Huh. Okay. Wow. That is a nice. It is not a hot pink. It's. I mean, it almost could be, but this is really subtle. Um, Trying to get my lips to fill in here. Okay. Yeah, that's a really nice, subtle, deep rose. It's not a hot pink, and it would be. This would actually be gorgeous with some gloss on top. Because this could work for Barbie pink if you really wanted to do that. But this actually goes really perfectly with this eyeshadow and this blush. Okay. I'm pleased. I'm very pleased. So let me go ahead and shake my face up here with some. We're going to sit with the morph again because now we're finished. This is the completed look. So, whew. So you never quite get used to that, even with the fine mist. We'll get Mr. Sweetful here so we can dry real fast. And I can tell I got it on every area of my face because my face is cold right now with this fan blowing on it. But this is the completed look. So yes, we're gonna do a date night doll up coming up because we're gonna go out. We're planning to go to Charlotte to go to the Ulta, so we will be doing. The main focus is to do a road trip and beauty episode, and try to do some video while I'm on the road. My husband is going to be driving, so it's also my lips are dry very quickly. So I like the performance of that. That's full, gorgeous color, quick drying. Also, too, I also put setting spray on it. But it quick dried. Yeah, we're gonna go to the Ulta. So we're gonna probably, I don't know if we're gonna go up Friday or if we're gonna go Saturday and stay overnight. I think we're gonna go up Friday. But yeah, we're gonna go and stay next weekend. So we will go to dinner somewhere, and we're also gonna go to our favorite arcade that's up there, and check in and see how they're doing. And we're gonna go to dinner somewhere, have a nice dinner, so we can have date night and come back. So we'll be back on Sunday. I will try to do a beauty haul when I get back, because it's that's the whole point. I'm going to Ulta while I'm there. There is an Ulta there, and so there's a couple of things that I want to get that seem to be only at this Ulta. So I'm and it's high end. So it's really not high end. Well, one of them is an actual, what I would consider a high-end item, and it is considered high-end. So I'm trying to get this Dior. There is a Dior mascara that came highly recommended by one of the uh, folks that I watch for tutorials and things. All right, my face is dry. So I watch her for tutorials, Miss Nina Ubhi. And so Ubhi, I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm not sure. She doesn't really say her last name. So I'm like, oh, how does she pronounce her last name? But her first name is Nina. And so I follow her. I started following her on suggestion of Miss Gina, who, one of my followers. Hey, Miss Gina. I started following her because she does excellent tutorials. And so she was the one who talked about how to use the powder foundation. And so I was watching, I was like, oh, that's how you do that? Oh, okay, all right. So excellent tutorials, excellent channel. I will link her in the description of this video because y'all need to be following her. She's excellent at makeup. And she breaks things down and talks about, how to do. So anyway, she was wearing this Dior mascara, and she deals in high-end stuff. So but I was like, oh, that mascara is gonna be fire. It do that. All right, I'll find it. So I found it. They sell it at Sephora. They do have it at the Sephora here in Columbia, and they also have it at Ulta. And so I'm like, ooh, but it's Dior, and Dior is high end. So that's kind of out my price range. But it actually, I have bought more expensive things in here for makeup than that Dior. So I was like, okay, well, I mean, I bought the Live Tinted. I didn't buy it at the $42 price point. But I've bought Live Tinted, and that is expensive. So they're not high end, but it was expensive. So I was like, you know what? Yeah, I think we're gonna do that. So I was like, I will buy it and try it and see what happens. So maybe we might have a little section on the website once I get it going again, and I mean really get it going again, and do something with dealing with high-end makeup. Is it worth splurging on? So, because I mean, listen, I deal in budget makeup. Everything that I used here in this look was less than $20. And so everything, the Morph Continuous Spray, $10 from Marshall's. ColourPop here, I got this cheaper because it was on sale. It was originally like $11, $12, and it was like half off. The lipstick was kind of, I think this was like 16, maybe 15 or 16. Yeah, I seem to recall it wasn't on sale. But I expect that though from L'Oreal lipsticks. So yeah, I'm not surprised that it was that much. But still, that's budget compared. That's drugstore makeup. That's a drugstore brand. This Maybelline Fit Me. This was like, I want to say $10. But Maybelline is a drugstore brand. It is the basis of your drugstore brands. This Juvia's Place palette, that wasn't that much either. I know it was probably about maybe $14, $15. So yeah, like the Neutrogena. Now the Neutrogena, one of these was buy one get one half off, and so one of these was $16.99, and the other one was $8.49 because I got one of them for half off. So I think I got the concealer for $8.49, and then the color correcting cream, the foundation, that was the one that it was $16.99. But even still, Neutrogena is a drugstore brand, so you're not spending a bunch. This was not expensive either. I know for a fact it was not expensive because I bought 3 of them all at once. So I think I bought 3 of them. I know I bought 2. I know I bought that and the translucent one. So yeah, it's not expensive at all. You can that whole look was less than, each of those things was less than $20. This pencil was like $6.99 maybe. So this lip liner, so yeah, that's why I say budget. You can do a look on a budget. You can do a look for less than $50. You can find a way to do less than $50 look, and it turn out nicely, and it be good products. So that is basically the genesis of budget beauty and why we do budget beauty here. Because listen, I know it don't seem like it when I do the beauty haul. I'm on a budget. Let's be real. I am on a budget. I cannot afford to go buy high-end makeup. I could, but it would be like one thing at a time. So yeah, I couldn't do that. But when I buy in bulk like that, and I'm buying, like yesterday, my beauty haul was like $197. But I also got 2 things of storage. I got really big storage Lazy Susan things, 2 of those. Some lipstick, all of the stuff you saw me use today, mostly. The stuff for buying and trying, plus I bought hair, plus I bought I bought more hair. I bought a curling iron. I bought like hair products that I use and will use continuously. So yes, it's all stuff I would use, and I just happened to buy it all at once. So that's why I'm like, you could do beauty on a budget and do it well. So when I do splurge a little bit, but it's not super often. It is really not. Oh, also too, I did buy that Live Tinted. I bought another stick of the Live Tinted yesterday, but it was on sale. It was 50% off because your girl's not paying $42 for that again. I love the Live Tinted. Don't get me wrong. I absolutely adore Live Tinted. It is fantastic. It works really well. It does exactly what I'm asking it to do, which is cover my face and be matched, skin matched. Great. It is full coverage. Fantastic foundation. But that stick is $42. So I waited, and I specifically waited until the 21 days of beauty. On the first day, that thing was 50% off. So your girl went and spent $21 for some foundation. I have Juvia's Place foundation in here that was $24. So yes, I'm going to, when I see that's on sale, I will go and get it. But otherwise, no. So we gotta be smart about our purchases here. So yes, that is the aim of budget beauty. But yes, we do splurge. Treat yourself, okay? And listen, I am what they call a dink. I am double income, no kids. So I can afford to go drop $200 on some makeup every 2 weeks if I really feel like it. But I also try to be practical about my makeup, hence the budget beauty. So we try to be smart about that because I do have bills. So I'm like, listen, as much as I love makeup, you need to be smart about it. So that is what we're trying to do here. And the buying and trying, so that y'all understand this, buying and trying is very much stuff that I buy, budget or splurge a little bit, to try it and see, does it work for me? Do I like how it performs? These are things that out of all of the stuff that I buy in the beauty haul, this is something where I look at it and I go, ooh, I really want to know how this is going to work. Let me try this and see. Like this Neutrogena. Now, it just so happens that I bought a bunch of concealer and foundation all at once. So I had to be very judicious in which one I was doing with the main series, which one I was using with that one. So with the buying and trying. So that's why I made a choice and was like, I'll try the Neutrogena. And then I'll try that for the buying and trying. But that is the point of buying and trying. It is something where I go, ooh, I want to see how this is going to work before I use it to, in everyday use. Let's try it. I just bought it. Let's try it. So if that pops into my mind while I'm going through and cataloging my stuff, we're going to use it for buying and trying. And then it will either make it into the regular rotation or it doesn't. So that's questionable. We'll see. We'll see how it performs. Like I did use the Charlotte Tilbury the last time, so that y'all know this. I bought the Charlotte Tilbury liquid lipstick, Air Blur liquid lipstick, and I don't like it. But it was a splurge item. It was a splurge item that I got. I used a bunch of points off, and I used some I used my gift card to get it. So I was like, we gonna see how this is, because I'd heard great things about Charlotte Tilbury. There are people who swear by Charlotte Tilbury. I am not one of those people, unfortunately. It does not do well for me. It really doesn't. It is not. I did not like the performance. I didn't like what it was doing. I was not impressed. And for the price, I need to be impressed. It needs to make me go, yeah, I will use this constantly. And it didn't. I tried it. It is, for one, it is not transfer proof. I noted that in the description too, when I was listing out all of the things that I used in the buying and trying. It was not transfer proof, and it's more of a lip stain. And I'm like, baby, first of all, I have lip stains and they perform better than this. Also, I don't want a red lip stain. When I wear red, I want a full fire engine red lips. That's what I want. So I don't like lip stains in that color. And I didn't realize that's how it was going to perform. They just said liquid lipstick on it. And I'm like, oh. I just kind of made that face. And my husband came in while I was trying it on. And it was like, oh. I was like, wow, I don't like this. And husband was like, what's wrong with it? And I was like, it's not transfer proof. And he was like, wait, it costs how much? And I was like, it was originally $37. It was $37 originally, and I got it down to like $29. And he was like, wait, it was $37 and it's not transfer proof. He knows what transfer proof means and what that means in terms of lipstick and things, because I talk about it all the time. And so he was like, wait, it costs that much and it's not? And I was like, yeah, it's not. I wish I'd done my research beforehand. All I heard was Charlotte Tilbury and good. And I was like, I feel so dumb. So, it will go, it'll go somewhere in the kit, but it ain't getting used. I'm trying to see if it's in here. Where did I put it? I didn't put it in here. It's somewhere. I don't even know where I stuck it. Probably over in the corner. But yeah, not impressed. Not impressed at all. So it will be used sparingly, if ever. But I gotta justify the price. Same thing with, like I say, I had the same issue with the Fenty liquid lipstick. However, I got the Fenty liquid lipstick for $8, okay, as opposed to the $29 that they want. So I use that for when I'm doing makeup. I'm not gonna go anywhere and eat, and I am I need a red lip, and I'm sitting here. Because otherwise I treat it like it's a lip gloss. That also, they're not transfer proof. But I know that going into it. So I don't complain too loudly because $8. So I just use it in hush. But yeah, that Charlotte Tilbury, no, we're not going to do that. We're not. So I think, I'm trying to see if I put it in there and I can't see where I put it. But yeah. Not pleased with that Charlotte Tilbury. But anyway, so this is the completed look. I am very, very pleased with this. I think this turned out to be cute. This looks like I got a highlight. It's real shiny on my cheek. That's just my skin. I just have some inner glow for whatever reason. Listen, this melanin is just popping. Also, too, though, putting on foundation and smoothing that out makes my skin look, even if it's a matte foundation, my skin is just, it looks plasticky almost. And so yes, I do use setting powder. That does help. It will help. And it really, this also too kind of has a, this kind of has a highlight to it. This blush really kind of does have a highlight to it. So I don't know if this is matte blush or not. It doesn't say whether or not it's matte or not. This might be a shimmery blush. So like a luminous blush. So, yeah, my skin looks a little shiny. My forehead look a little shiny. But also the setting spray, too. It very much matters what setting spray you use. If you don't use a matte setting spray, you're not going to get a matte finish. So, I'm pretty sure this is not a matte setting spray. I think this is a dewy. I think this is, yep, for a healthy glow. Yeah. It's probably not matte. I bought it because it was $10 and it's Morph. So I was like, I don't care if it's matte or not. I don't care. For that price point, I don't care. I'll shine all day long then. So, but I did see this when I went to Ulta yesterday. I saw the spray. I happened to be over in the NYX, and Morph is on the other side at this store. Morph is on the other side of the aisle from NYX, and I saw that spray and I was like, I wonder how much this is actually retailing for, because y'all know Marshalls and TJ Maxx make it be like it's a discount. So I was like, I wonder how much that is retailing for, but I didn't actually get close enough to look. I was trying to really get in there and get out because I was trying not to spend too much money. So, yeah, I did great. I did great. I was very good. I was good bear. I was good budget bear. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. Come back in and watch more of our stuff later. Like I say, next week we will have our weekly episode. I will be on the road, so expect to see me in a hotel room trying to do some makeup before dinner. I'm going to be doing a lot of filming, probably buying and trying, a road trip in beauty, date night doll up. I don't know, probably the main series. I might do the main series on Friday. I might actually do that. I think that's what I'm going to wind up doing. I'm going to do the main series on Friday and then do the date night doll up on Saturday. To be able to do those, because you kind of want to do, you don't want to do too, you don't want to have to do like I'm fixing to have to go do, is take this makeup off, put it back on, put more back on. My skin is going to be screaming at me later today when I take this off and then try to put makeup on again. So I need to put some type of balm or some type of something on to help with that. So I will be doing that. But yeah, this is the completed look. Thank you for watching. Come back in and watch more of our videos later. We have 6 series, and we're going to be doing some content in the next couple of weeks because we got a couple of things coming up. So I want to thank you for watching. Come back in later and see us and talk about makeup. Peace.